But I get why men don't approach women in public anymore. Like, I get it. I've seen videos of men approaching women, and women can just be so rude. Like, I get if you have a boyfriend. I get if you're not interested. But, like, look out for us. Because that moment that you reject him in the worst way, it's just like he's never going to do it again. And I hate that for us.
I see girls commenting saying that they would love to be approached by a man, and I just want to say I don't believe you. Being approached by a man is so deemed by society now, it would literally scare you. You would think something was mentally wrong with a man who came up to you and told you that you were the most beautiful thing in the world and they would love to take you out.
You know what's funny? Modern women keep asking the same question over and over again. Like they haven't already burned the whole house down themselves. They'll sit there on TikTok with the ring light blasting, lashes heavier than their brain cells, and ask, why don't men approach me anymore? Why don't men want to be my boyfriend? Why won't men chase? Like, sweetie, do you really want the answer? Because it ain't pretty.
How is it that I look like this today, yet no man wants me to be his girlfriend?
Is this a serious question? Because women just went from saying they rather pick a bear over a man. So why the hell would men approach you? Or even look in your direction? But not only that, so many women have taught men over the years that all men are predatorial, so the good men of the world gave up. And it's so funny because women will constantly say that men don't listen, but now that men are listening, y'all are wondering where the good guys are at, why they don't approach you anymore, and why men are just simply not interested. And why the hell would they be interested? They don't know if they're going to be the next subject of all men are trash content on social media. They don't know if they're going to be accused of doing something they didn't do. They don't know if they're going to be used for dates. They don't know if they're going to be manipulated and then called a narcissist. And in this particular video, she's also asking why didn't they approach her because she looks the way that she looks. But the bottom line is most women are basic. There's nothing special to them. We all look the freaking same. So yeah, you actually have to come with more than just your looks. You actually need a personality nowadays too. Okay, bye.
A lot of women are shocked that men don't see them as girlfriend material. They'll look in the mirror, throw on some makeup, maybe a tight dress, and then cry online, how is it that I look like this but no man wants me to be his girlfriend? Well, let's keep it real. Because women themselves spent years chanting, I'd rather cuddle a bear than a man. All men are trash, and men are predators. What did you expect? Men took notes. Men listened. Men are tired of being villainized for simply existing. And now, women are crying. Men don't approach me, men don't want me, men don't talk to me. And friend. Maybe it's because every man who does risks being turned into the next TikTok storytime villain. Good men don't want to gamble their reputation for a stranger. They don't know if you're going to accuse them of harassment. They don't know if you're just going to use them for dates and free food, then hop online to call them a narcissist later.
I believe men are supposed to chase a woman, date her, spoil her, respect and adore her and love her more. Anything outside of that is just weird. And if you're watching this as a woman, disagreeing with it, thinking it's too much or you don't deserve this, you have been brainwashed and you do not know your own worth. And you may even have internalized misogyny, which you definitely need to work on and heal that shit.
Translation: men, give me the royal treatment while I give you the bare minimum. This entitlement is wild. Notice how it's always a list of demands for men, but never any accountability for women. Where's the part where you nurture him, respect him, or even bring him peace? Nah, it's always, he better spoil me, he better adore me, he better give me princess treatment. But guess what? Men aren't buying into this anymore. Chivalry wasn't killed by men, it was killed by women who abused it. Back in the day, men opened doors, paid for dates, and made the effort. And what did they get? Ghosted, friend-zoned, laughed at. So men said, cool, if everything I do is never enough, why bother? And the funniest part? If a woman dares to disagree with the princess narrative, she's instantly labeled with internalized misogyny.
According to one of my guy friends, and I want to know if this is true, and I don't know if all men believe this, or the men that I want to date believe this, or who believes in this, but according to one of my guy friends, he said, the man that you want to date, which is a traditional man, is not going to be interested in you because you are so career driven. And for me, that kind of blew my mind because I was just like, well, why wouldn't the man that I want to date not want me to work? And he said, well, Bailey, the traditional man is going to want you to drop what you're doing, and he's going to want you to, you know, nurture the family. He's going to want you to clean the house. He's going to want you to cook. He's going to want you to do this. And if you are working, you're not going to want to do all that. You're going to come home with an attitude. You're going to be exhausted. You're going to this, you're going to that. So you're not going to want to. I was like, no, I still would. He's like, no, you wouldn't. He's like, and plus, and if a guy is asking you like what your goals are, and you're talking about how you want to continue to go back to school and you want to do this and you want to do that, they're not hearing that you want to, you know, they're not hearing that you want to nurture your family. And I was like, but I mean, I thought it was like a given that, hey, I'm a nurse. Of course, like I'm a nurturer and I'm going to take care of my family. But in the meantime, while, you know, we don't have kids, is it not attractive that I have a career going for me? Or I don't know. I thought that was so odd, and I've never heard that before. Because when someone asks me like, oh, like, you know, what are your goals? Like, of course I'd love to be a mom. Of course I'd love to take care of my family, of course. But aren't they asking me like what my current goals are? Like, I didn't know they were talking about like the future. I'm talking about like right now. Like, I'm talking about how I want to like be the best nurse, and I want to be able to take care of people like efficiently and quickly, and I want to be able to be the like person that people turn to and know that like I'm that person that is going to get it done and I'm going to take care of them. Is that not also saying like that I'm a nurturer? That of course I would take care of my family? I don't know. That kind of like threw me, because he was saying, well, Bailey, when you get pregnant and you have kids, like, why would you try to work? I'm like, well, I want to maintain my skills. Like, I worked so hard to get here. And of course, my family will be my number one priority. But like, what about when all the kids are out of the nest? Like, what am I going to do then? Like, for me, it gives me purpose as a nurse to take care of others. Like, I love that. I love doing what I do. Yeah, it's stressful, but gosh, I love it. Like, does the type of man I want really not want me doing that? Like, that's what I thought was so weird. Like, guys, is this true? Woman, have you been told this before? Like, is this your experience? Because that threw me for, I don't even know the saying, but that threw me off. Like, of course I would love on my family. Of course I would take care of my family. Of course I would do everything it took to make sure that my family was comfortable, that food was on the table, that everything was clean, that everything was sanitary. But I guess me saying that I want to go back to school, that I want to give back to the community, that I want to do this, is that a turnoff to the man that I want? Does that make him not hear that I'm going to be a great mom? I don't know, like that totally threw me off. Like, is that just like his point of view? Or is this really like the type of traditional man that I want's point of view? Because he was like saying it generalized. So that's what's like totally throwing me off. I have no idea. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Modern women constantly confuse their career achievements with their dating value. Being good at your job doesn't automatically make you good at relationships. A man doesn't marry your degree. He marries your attitude, your values, your ability to create a home and raise a family. Men don't care about how many hours you put into the hospital. They care about whether you'll be present at home. They care about whether you'll actually have energy left for your man and your kids, or if your patients get the best of you and your family gets the leftovers. And yes, men are turned off when women make their career the center of their identity. Because when kids come into the picture, no man wants to fight with his wife for time, attention, and energy. Now, of course, there's nothing wrong with loving your job. But when a woman says, I worked so hard to get here, I don't want to give it up. My career gives me purpose. What men hear is, my job comes first. You and the family come second. Traditional men don't want that. And that's not misogyny. That's reality. You can't serve two masters, the career and the family. One will always win. And men who want wives, not roommates, not co-workers, are saying loud and clear, if you're married to your job, I'm not marrying you.
I asked a bunch of girls, when was the last time a man approached you at a bar and started talking to you? And I thought this was just a me thing, but they were all like, no, it hasn't happened in, I can't even tell you how long, like before COVID. And I thought that was a me experience. I was like, okay, maybe I give off like a standoffish vibe. I don't know. I don't think so. But no, they all agreed. They're like, I can't tell you the last time a man tried to talk to me at a bar. A man tried to offer to buy me a drink. Do men still do that? Men, can you weigh in? And I don't even need the drink, but like the last time, and I'll go up and talk to guys, but like, can someone explain?
Well, congratulations. You got exactly what you asked for. Women made "leave me alone" the default setting. Like, what did you expect? A man walking up to you at a bar now risks getting rejected, ridiculed, or recorded. Men are waking up. They'd rather save their money, build their own life, and leave the bar girls to wonder why nobody's chasing anymore. This is traditional women, where reality hits harder than a talk-talk breakup. Cheers.